Good morning, everybody. Miss Maggie is feeling it today. She is in a very playful mood this morning. What are you doing, Maggie May? She has gotten very pleasantly pudgy since she was spayed a few months ago. Oh, somebody is under the couch. You see it moving? There's some silly kitty under the couch, and I can almost bet it's either going to be Daisy or Mina. There's Lucy, so it's not her. There's Chunk. Who's dead under the couch? Who dead under the couch? The Couch Monster is back. Yeah, who is that? So I have these lunatic cats who do this on a regular basis. And they're fine. The nut jobs will get up under the cover that's on the couch. And they'll crawl around all over the place under the cover. Rest assured, they know their way out. They're not, like, legitimately stuck or anything like that. So don't worry. They're just a bunch of kooks. What are you guys doing? You guys are a bunch of nuts. So now I'm curious. Lucy's gonna get her. Who's that? Oh, now Marigold's gonna get in on it. I can almost bet it's Daisy. Daisy is the main instigator of everything. What you think, Marigold? You guys are silly. Right, Marigold? See, what a bunch of silly kitties. You guys are a bunch of kooks. She's gonna go all the way up the arm and get Marigold now. That's what she's gonna do. Yep. That's either a Daisy or a Mina. I am 100% positive. What are you doing? And I tell you, it's funny as hell now, but it's not as funny when you're half asleep at midnight watching a spooky movie and all of a sudden the couch starts moving. Then it ain't so funny. They have scared the hell out of me many a time. You guys are wacky. Oh, here comes Mr. Will. Oop, look out, Will. You're gonna get caught in the crossfires, buddy. I don't know, I'm trying to guess who it is by the shape. It's actually almost shaped like a Mina. I think it might be Mina. Say, who is that? There's Alex. Alex is like, what the hell's going on? You guys are a bunch of kooks. Say, who is that? Who is that under there? What do you got, Maggie May? Miss Finney is just chilling, watching what's going on. Mr. Will is over there. Sylvester's up in the window. That's Mr. Alex. There's Chunky, and there's Marigold. There's Miss Lucy. Hi, Foo-Foo. Yes, Fufu, we know you're here too. So everybody has been doing good. I have finally got the appointment for Daisy and Marigold to be spayed. All the vets in the area are backed up because, of course, it's kitten season now. We're in springtime, so everybody is spaying and neutering, which is good. So their appointment is May 14th. I'm going to try to do them both in the same day. That way they recover at the same time, because they're the two that like to wrestle a lot. So I'm figuring if they both have the surgeries at the same time, they're not going to feel like wrestling. I'm hoping that's going to eliminate the possibility of one trying to wrestle with the other and causing an injury. So I figure if they're both down for the count, then we should be okay. Right, Fufu? And then on Friday, May 2nd, we have the appointment for Mr. Will, who is alarmingly thin, so I'm worried. But the puzzling thing is everything else about him is normal. I've been watching him and he's eating normally. I thought for a while there maybe they were bullying him out of the food. And they are a little bit, but I've kind of been protecting him. He's been eating on the counter, so I've seen him eating bowlfuls at a time, but he doesn't seem to be putting any weight back on. He's not throwing up. He's drinking water. He's playing. He's looking out the window. He's doing everything 100% normal. He's social. It's not like it was with Pete. He's not hiding, and he's not losing his appetite or anything like that. He's just like normal. Chasing treats around. Everything is 100% normal, except he's a bag of bones, and I can't figure out why. So I don't know if we're dealing with some kind of parasite issue, or if it's a thyroid issue, or hopefully it's not a cancer issue. But we're going to find out. So Friday morning, we're going to be taking him down. It's the first available appointment they had. Of course, if it was an absolute emergency, if he stopped eating or something like that, that'd be a whole different story. Or if he started hiding or showing any other signs of, something going. But something is definitely not right. He was always a skinny guy. Don't get me wrong. He's always scraggly. He's always skinny. He's always had that kind of body type. But not to the point where he was so bony. So I'm concerned that something big is happening. So I'm going to get him down there to the vet, and hopefully we'll find out it's not something too bad. Aside from the occasional run of some diarrhea, he's not having any other issues. No throwing up, no... He's not, bless you, Alex. He's not lethargic, he's not, everything is 100% normal. And he's eating. His eyes are clear. He won't let me look in his mouth, though, so I can't tell if his gums are pale or not. I even try to do it when he's sleeping. He doesn't like me messing with his mouth, so maybe he's got a bad tooth. I don't know, but he's eating, though. He's crunching up big treats, and he's eating canned food, and everything is 100% normal, except he's a bag of bones. So something's definitely going on. I hope it's not cancer, but maybe it'll be something simple like a thyroid issue, and all I have to do is crush up a pill once a day and hide it in some tuna or something, and then he'll be good as gold. So we'll see how it goes. So I'll send an update after that, but so we've got the appointment set for the girls, and everything else is good. It's finally time to mow the lawn. I mowed for the first time last weekend, and I broke my lawnmower. It's always something, right? I had trouble getting it started, so I checked the spark plug, and sure enough, the spark plug was nasty. So it had been like 2 seasons since I changed the spark plug, so went ahead and got a new spark plug. I usually keep a kit on hand that has air filters and spark plugs for the mower, just in case, especially that one, because it's an old mower. It's a 2003 Toro. It's been a good mower. It's been good to me all these years. I actually bought it off of a coworker at the time for a case of beer. Because he had gotten a brand new mower and he was looking to get rid of that one. So he was just going to junk it. And I'm like, don't junk it. It still runs. And it runs good, you know. So I was like, how much you want for it? And he was like, give me a case of beer. I'm like, okay. So, case of beer, new lawnmower. It's fantastic. Well, used. New to me. So I'm hesitant to let it go because it's been so good. It's been a great lawnmower. But I had trouble starting it, so I put the new spark plug in, and then I pulled the cord, and I could hear it trying to catch now, so I'm like, okay, that was the problem. And I pulled the cord again, and the mower roared to life, but the pull cord came off in my hand. Aha! It was a Daisy. It was not a Mina. Are you done running around under the couch now? You kook. I should have known. It was my chaos mage, Miss Daisy. Now Lucy's going to go under there and see if she can do it. Because she's wacko like that. Yeah, so the pull cord came off in my hand, which was hilarious. So, needless to say, I just made sure I didn't let go of the bar, and I mowed what I needed to mow. Threw the pull cord up on the porch so I wouldn't accidentally run it over. And just made sure I did not let go of that safety bar that keeps the mower running until I did what I needed to do, and then I let it go. So now I have to wait for somebody to come and help me repair the pull cord. But in the meantime, my new supervisor came to the rescue because it just so happened that he had a battery-operated lawnmower that someone had, a company had given him. He had some kind of an issue with an existing mower, and the company was like, here, take this instead. And it was a downgrade to what he had. So, naturally, he contacted them back and was like, hey, man, this ain't gonna work, you know. And they said, okay, we'll keep that one and we'll fix the other one. And they did, so he had this extra mower. It's a battery-operated one, which is new to me. I've always used gas mowers. But it seems like it's pretty good. It's a Ryobi, so I haven't actually used it yet. I'm going to be probably doing that tomorrow. We had some thunderstorms yesterday, and today I have some plans to go out and do some stuff. So tomorrow I'll probably play with my new toy and see how it goes. So I'll be testing that out and see. I'm sure it'll be good enough to do the regular yard. The big drainage ditch, though, I'm going to need my gas mower for, because I don't think any battery mower on the face of the planet is going to have enough power to get through that drainage ditch, because the grass is so thick. And it's like everything in that drainage ditch. There's saplings, there's weeds, there's vines, there's, you name it, it's there. So, I need my good old gas-powered Toro to get in there and take care of that drainage ditch. But I think this battery-operated one will be pretty good. It's supposed to have an 80-minute runtime. And usually when I'm mowing the lawn, it only takes me about, if I'm not doing the drainage ditch, it only takes me about a half hour, 40 minutes. Because I only have, it's less than a quarter of an acre. I have a very tiny yard. So, especially if I'm not worried about the drain. When I do the drainage ditch, it takes me forever, because I have to keep stopping to catch my breath, because it's uphill in and out of this ditch. And even with I do have self-propel on it. It's optional self-propel. When you squeeze the other part of the bar, it'll go into like a front-wheel drive, and that helps. But the mower is still extremely heavy. So you go up the hill fairly easily, and then down the hill I can't leave the self-propel on, because it'll yank me down into the ditch and I'll land in the sticker bushes, which I have done. So it's constantly, engage it, disengage it, engage it, disengage it. But because of that, when you're just regularly pushing the mower, it's a lot heavier, because you've got this whole front-wheel drive assembly in it. And I guess I didn't realize how heavy it was until I was over at my sister's house helping her one day clean up her yard. And she was like, you can start the mower and mulch up some leaves. It was one fall. So I got behind, started up the mower, and I went to push it like I would push my other one, and I about flew across her yard. You know how it is when you go to do something and you're expecting it to be heavy, so you put like all this force behind it, and then you wind up like almost flinging yourself 2 feet because you put way too much force behind what you needed to do. And it was like that, and we were hysterical because I almost face planted because I was so used to mine weighing a ton. And hers was like half the weight. So I'm hoping that this one, when it's put together, will be much lighter than the monstrosity that I'm used to dragging around. I wasn't ready. When I got it, it was near dusk, so I wasn't able to like take it out of the car and unbox it. And I had to go back to work the next morning, so it's not like I could leave it in the car until I had help getting it out of the car, because it's been hot lately. So I don't want it sitting in a car that's going to heat up to 120-something degrees with lithium batteries in there. That's probably a bad idea, right? So I was laughing hysterical at myself trying to get this box, because I'm a total weakling. I'm amazed that I can even lug the lawnmower I have around because I'm such a freaking weakling. I have like no upper arm strength. It's all I can do to lift a 40-pound pail of cat litter. That about throws me out. That's how weak I am. And the mower came in this huge box. The box is like as big as me. And I'm like, in retrospect, I guess I probably should have just opened the box, put the mower together, and wheeled it. But it was like almost dark, so I didn't really have that option. So instead, I tied a rope around it, and I had to hook myself up like a draft horse and pull this huge box all the way up and around to the backyard so I could put it in the shed and lock it up until I'm ready to mess with it. So that was very entertaining. I'm sure if any of the neighbors got that on camera, I might be a viral TikTok by now. I could just see the caption now, middle-aged chubby girl drags the giant lawnmower box across the yard. It was funny, but so I'll be messing with that tomorrow, and I'll see how it goes. But at least I'm glad to know that I've got the appointment for the spay and neuter for Miss Daisy and Miss Marigold, and it will come none too soon because my mages of chaos struck again yesterday. I had taken the day off work just to get some stuff done. I had to get the oil changed in the car and, all those kind of stupid errands that you need to do. And every time you try to do them, the places you need to do them in are closed after you get off work. So it was that kind of thing. So I just went ahead and took a nice vacation day and got everything done that I needed to get done. And I came home and I find shredded plastic all over the living room and all up and down the hallway. And I'm like, the hell is that plastic from? It was very thin, and I'm like, this is not a plastic bag, like a regular shopping bag. It's clear. And I'm like, it almost looks like a produce bag. And then I realized, well, wait a minute, I had bought 2 potatoes, raw potatoes, when I had gone to the store because I was going to make baked potatoes. That's the mail truck out there going by. So I'm like, could they have gotten into a bag of potatoes? And I came into the kitchen, and sure enough, there is what's left of a mutilated raw potato sitting in the middle of the kitchen floor, completely covered in scratch marks, teeth marks, you name it. This potato was like destroyed. So I'm like, okay. And then I found the other potato, which was relatively unmarked, but still sitting on the floor in the kitchen in front of the stove. So I'm just like, all right. So at some point, Miss Chaos Mage there thought it would be a great idea to kill the potatoes. So, needless to say, the one potato was no more because it had bite marks and everything else in it. So I'm like, yeah, okay. It was a tiny potato, so that one sadly had to go in the trash. The other one, however, was in decent shape despite the fact that it had been knocked onto the floor. So I washed it, peeled it, got a couple of layers off, got the bad spots out of it, and then I just microwaved it, mashed it up, and made some mashed potatoes for supper out of it, which was kind of sort of what I was going to do with it anyway. I just didn't plan on eating that yesterday. But I'm like, well, since you've destroyed it, and it's on the floor, I guess I might as well clean what's left of it, and prepare it, and have a mashed potato. So, now apparently even produce isn't safe in my house with these nut jobs. Right, Miss Daisy? So I'm hoping that when you're spayed, we don't have this behavioral issue anymore, where you feel the need to shred everything. Because we have to hide the toilet paper, and we have to hide the paper towels, and we normally have to hide the tissues. When I'm not home, I have to hide the tissue boxes, because anything she can get into and shred, she will shred. Crazy cats. So, now not even produce is safe. You guys are monsters. Even the potatoes are not safe. Right, Sylvester. What are we going to do with them? What do you think, buddy? You okay, sweetie pie? Yeah. What you think? You good baby? Yeah, you good baby. So, that's basically what we've been up to, is cleaning one mess after another from these psychos. And then just working and saving up money to finish getting everybody spayed. So I'm glad I've got at least 2 of them set up ready to go. That'll happen on May 14th. And then I'll probably schedule Lucy and Mina in June. That'll give me a couple of paychecks to get saved back up. And then we'll go from there. And then everybody should be good. Right, guys? So we'll see. And in all honesty, as much as I love them, if Daisy and them don't stop absolutely destroying everything, I'm going to have to do something, because I can't quite keep up with it when it gets to the point that they are wrecking as much as they're actually wrecking. It's like, okay, guys, now I have to draw the line somewhere. You know, shredding toilet paper and paper towels is funny, but when it gets to the point where that you're going to get into anything that's not locked away, that's starting to get a little bit over what I want to deal with. I mean, I get it. They're just cats, you know. Everything is a toy. They're young. So I'm hoping that they grow out of it, because I really don't want to get to the point where I can't even buy some vegetables to make, you know, without having to lock them away in the refrigerator or lock them away in cabinets. And it's like, it starts to get a little crazy. It's like, come on now. For 15 years, I have always bought potatoes every now and then, and I have always put them on the same place in the shelf on the countertop. They're not just sitting on the countertop, they're actually in a basket. And I've always put them there for 15 years with no problem. Nobody has ever bothered them before. And now with these nut jobs that I have, these mages of chaos, even potatoes are no longer safe. What are you guys doing? There's Gus Gus. Hi, Gus Gus. Now even potatoes aren't safe anymore, Gus Gus. What are we going to do? It's Fufu. Bunch of wackos. I mean, I love them, but I might need to rehome them if they're going to continue to be destructive like that. I think it's because they're bored. You know, she's not challenged enough. Daisy is a very, very smart cat. She's a very smart kitty. And I think it's because she is not being challenged enough. I don't really think it's a separation anxiety thing, because it doesn't matter if I'm home, she still destroys stuff. It's like she just gets bored. So she finds something to get into and goes crazy. And interactive toys, I can explore those a little more. Usually, though, they occupy each other. You know, there's so many cats, they run around and chase each other, and I have other different toys around, and they usually keep each other occupied, and everything is fine. But I don't know, for some reason, she's super destructive, and I'm thinking it's because she's bored. So I'm wondering whether or not she should be rehomed to a family that maybe has, like, kids. You know, somebody that's going to be energy like she has energy. You know, 24/7 wants to play. And maybe if I can find that where I know she'll be well taken care of, you know, but then somebody will be around her 24/7, giving her all the attention she needs and keeping her busy 24/7. Constant energy. Maybe that'll be better for her. Or even maybe she's been inside only her whole life. Maybe she's the kind of cat that would do better as an outside cat on a farm. You know, someplace where there's no cars zooming around that's going to hit her. Maybe she'd be a perfect candidate to go 100 miles an hour in a barn, you know, or something like that. I don't know. So I'll have to see. I figure what I'll do is I'll get through the surgery, let her recover from the surgery, and then I'll see if that helps some of the behavioral things. Like, see if maybe she'll calm down. She's young still, too. They just turned a year old. So, see if maybe they kind of take it down a couple of notches. Usually after they're spayed and neutered, a lot of the really crazy hormonal psycho stuff obviously calms down. It helps with some of the, I'm thinking that'll take care of at least some of the shredding issues. I've had other strays in the past that I've rescued, but none were quite as destructive as Daisy is. But also none of them were quite as intelligent as her. That's why I really think she's bored. So she's just like, you know, let's take this apart. I'm bored. But from the ones I've had in the past, when I've had them spayed and neutered, some of that did back down. Of course, they weren't as destructive as her, but the odd, you know, mostly before I had problems with them peeing on stuff. And she's not peeing on everything. She's just shredding everything. So we'll see. Maybe she's just a shredder. It could be. But we'll find out. So I'm also want to look into the possibility of trying to figure out a way to close in the back porch. I've kind of given up on having it professionally done because everybody wants way too much money. It's crazy. I'm not looking for a perfectly finished product, you know. I'm just looking for something where I can open the back door and they can go outside, hang out on the deck, get some sunshine, play with the bugs, you know, that kind of a thing. So, I don't know. I might get with some coworkers that know how to do carpentry work and stuff like that and just be like, hey, let's brainstorm. Let's just box in the deck somehow and make it so that we can let them out on the back porch and that's someplace else that they can go. They can watch all the butterflies and stuff out there. They can watch the bees. It's like watching television for cats, you know. They can see the birds up close without being able to kill them, preferably. And that kind of stuff. I can maybe find like a nice little outside fountain. Because I have outside outlets out there and I can plug in a fountain with running water constantly, so they have a running water source if they want to stay outside, and then try to figure out a way to do... I know they have pet doors that you can mount actually in a screen door, so I'm thinking if I if it's a nice day, it's not like boiling hot or it's not freezing cold, I could close the screen door, open the back door, put the pet door in the screen part, and then they can come and go in and out of the house as they please. They're hungry, they can come inside, get something to eat, sleep, whatever, and then they can go through the pet door, go back out onto the closed-in porch and hang out, watch the birds, do whatever they want. You know, just something new, something else that they can, you know. But then part of me is like, with as destructive as she is, how long will it last before she does something and destroys it and takes off, and then everybody else escapes? It's like, these are the things that are going through my head. So first things first, right? Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's just get the spaying and neutering done, which we got the appointment for, and then we will figure it out from there. That's the plan. One thing at a time. Right, Mr. Alex? One thing at a time. That poor couch. I need a new couch. Even the cover is not helping it anymore. We'll put that on the list. New furniture. That's on the list. But other than that, everything else is good. So it looks like we're going to have a beautiful day today. So I hope you guys all have a great weekend. And I'm going to go finish getting ready, and I'm going to head on out and do what I need to do for the day. Right, Fufu? And then tomorrow we'll play with our battery-operated lawnmower, and we'll see if it works. And that's about it. So everybody take care. Be good to each other. And we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.